Super Bomberman R2, the newest game in the Super Bomberman franchise, the sequel to Super Bomberman R. The thing about this game is it's very different in terms of gameplay from Super Bomberman R and the rest of the Super Bomberman games. The thing about this game is they did a lousy job marketing it, so they hardly showed story mode gameplay, and I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was just going to be like the previous game, but the story mode is completely different in terms of gameplay. So like in the last game, there's like 7 worlds, and Planet Bomber was added with free DLC, I believe. But in this game, there's only 3 worlds, and it's not like a classic maze style gameplay. This time around, you're like trying to rescue these Elons, these little baby alien creatures. You're in like a giant play area, you know? So it's not just like a tiny square, defeat the enemies, get to the exit. Sometimes in the previous game there's like goals like get the keys to unlock stuff. That's not here this time. This time they're going for like a bigger like exploration based game mode for story gameplay. And there's like RPG elements, so you can like level up by collecting coins from killing enemies, destroying soft blocks. You can so when every time you like get enough XP, you level up, and you'll get like a power glove. You'll like unlock a speed up, fire up, more bombs to put down, stuff like that. It kind of gets repetitive because most of the time you're just in like a giant empty space and everything looks the same. I would like it better if they did like the classic, what they did with Super Bomberman R and the previous Super Bomberman games. But I appreciate them for being like innovative. It's a nice change, but I totally was not expecting it, like I said, because during like the marketing for this game, they didn't even like show much gameplay, so I was not expecting this. But it's still a lot of fun. Another cool feature about story mode is you can build bases. So at certain points in the game, you will come across like enemy bases, and you'll have to like invade them and try to get a key to get to one of these like crystal things, and that's how you like take down the enemy base. But also, as you explore the map, you can get invaded, and you can build your own base, set up booby traps and all that stuff. It's really, really cool. And you defend against the enemies in a certain time limit. You also get like a power-up at certain points to kill the enemies to make it easier. Each world has like a different like power-up you get. Like you'll get like a sword. One of them is like a bubble that the enemies walk into, they'll die. It's pretty cool. As you explore the world, you'll also need to find the baby Elon creatures to open gates. So it's not like you can just ignore them altogether. I'm like a completionist, so I like to go for stuff like that. It's a lot of fun exploring. But you'll need to find them to open gates to get to certain areas. Now, if you're not going for 100%, you won't need to find them all. But yeah. Now let's talk about the battle mode. It's the biggest icon on the main menu, and obviously people who are casuals who don't really play Bomberman that often, this is going to be like what they're here for, you know? It's the most popular part about Bomberman. So they got a lot of new modes, and just like story mode, how you can build your base, they're really banking on this castle mode, you know? So you can make stages and build them online in like a stage editor, upload them online, people can play them. You have to beat it first to make sure it's actually, you know, playable. That's a pretty cool feature. You got Battle 64 returning from Super Bomberman R online. It got shut down, and so they took that mode and put it in this game. 64 players, the last one alive wins. You got castle mode. You have standard battle, but the standard battle I played was like a 1v1 with all power-ups equipped or whatever, and I'm not really fond of that. I played a private match, and I played standard battle with just the computers, and it was like a normal standard Bomberman battle. So, the biggest downfall, or retcon, or the con of battle mode is that it's on a time limit. So, like, each hour, it will rotate to a different battle mode. Not a fan of that. A lot of other people were complaining about that. So you can only play, like, if you want to play battle mode 64, like I really wanted to, you only get like an hour, and then it rotates to something else. And they do this because they want, with a small player base, they want everybody to play, like, they want you to constantly find a lobby, you know? And that's respectable. But by doing so, it's kind of like I have to play this mode and I don't want to, because I had to play castle mode a lot of times when I didn't want to. It's a good mode, but not as fun as Battle 64 and just a normal standard battle, you know? So maybe they can fix that in the future. I'm not sure how they would go about that. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a stage editor. You can like build your own map, upload it online, set up traps for real people to play on, or you could play it offline. Lots of fun, lots of creativity. You could put down blocks and barriers. Very cool. Overall, I think it's a really, really good game. Not as good as the last game. The last game's story mode was definitely better. I just like that classic style of Bomberman. I feel with this game they tried to like do like a 3D Bomberman in like the 2D realm, you know? Like it's so big and expansive, but save that for like a 3D game. You know, I've been saying that like they should just try to remake Bomberman 64. I think that would be really, really cool. And like give that a try. You know, I like I said, I like what they try to go for here. It's very innovative, and I like the RPG elements. But you know, this game is very easy. There's no difficulty setting, so you know the previous game you could pick like beginner, veteran, expert. This game there's not. There's only 3 worlds in this game, but they're big and there's a lot of areas to explore. But like once you hit the max level in story mode, each world it like resets. So like you have to re-rack up to the max level. I forget what it is, like 15 or something. And so once you do that, there's like no point, because you can do that before you even finish the world if you're going for like 100%. So you can like, there's no point of even exploring after that unless you're just looking for the Elons. There's also like challenges you can do, similar to like Sonic Frontiers, like you know those little challenges you can find in the world. You can do stuff like that for Elons. There's different types of Elons. You have like an electric one. You have like a fire one. And you can also have them help you during the castle battles in the story mode. Even online, they like appear. But yeah, like story mode, they like help you defend the more you acquire. So yeah, it's a really, really good game. Not as good as the last one. But I like what they were going for here. Currently, it's on Amazon for like $40. I think it's worth it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, if you love Bomberman, definitely buy it. But they just did like a terrible job marketing it because like nobody even knew it came out. And then they also did a digital and physical release, like on 2 separate days, physical and then digital, which like they really shouldn't have done that. But yeah, man, I love this game. It's a lot of fun. Not as good as the last one, but a lot of fun.